Hi there, I'm going to look at some more comics today, obviously. That's what I'm here for. So I'm going to go through this messy load at the bottom of the shelf here. I'm going to go for the whole lot today because it's really been bugging me because I've got comics missing I think I should have at the end of collections, and I'm thinking that they were down here and I've not actually put them in the proper piles. I think I got lazy maybe at the end of my collecting days and didn't pile them up in the correct pile. So I'm going to look through them, sort them out, and then start counting them. Okay, so I've got all those piles of comics that are sitting on the bottom of my chest of drawers, well, underneath the shelf, but on top of my chest of drawers. And basically it's all the comics that, the last batch of comics I bought really, like ongoing for a few months, but I didn't have room for them on the shelves. So they were sat on the top of the chest of drawers underneath the shelves. Some of them I've actually managed to sort into the shelf piles to put in future videos of counting comics. Yeah. Basically, I think that's one of the reasons I stopped collecting. I had no more room to put my comics almost. It was like my system was full to brim, ready to explode. Too much stuff. Okay, so yeah, Captain Atom basically. These are from 2012. So I stopped collecting in 2013. Yeah, various things going on. My mum's health was really bad. At that time, she ended up dying in 2013, a little while after. I think it must have been a little while after I stopped collecting actually. I think I was depressed and the comics weren't giving me much to, I don't know, they kept killing off characters that I liked, for example, and value for money just wasn't as good, I felt, anymore. It's like the entertainment value wasn't there for me. I don't know. I think when you're feeling a bit down anyway, you kind of don't get the same joy out of anything in life that you used to. So anyway, there's a little changeover here from the Star Swirl logo. We come to this, yeah, Peel Away D logo, I suppose you'd call that. It's like a C with a Peel Away D on top of it that's been half peeled off. The most, I mean, that's like gone backwards basically in logo corners, if you ask me. Yeah, definitely the worst logo. I'm not sure have they got yet another new logo on the comic books now. I'm not even sure. I suppose once they've changed it once or twice, it makes much difference. I suppose change it as often as you like. Change it as often as you change your underpants. Why not? I think this is still Nathaniel Adam, is it? Captain Atom? I don't think it gets changed or killed off and replaced by a new version of Captain Atom. There was that guy Breach that I was trying to remember the other day. Breach, I think his name was. And he was kind of very Captain Atom-esque. I'm sure I remember there being a story about it was going to be Captain Atom reboot or something, but they made a new comic instead. I can't remember exactly what it was. When I get to that Breach, maybe I'll mention it in my blog. Well, but that's the last one of Captain Atom's, Captain Atom 12. That says October 2012 though, and I'm pretty sure I carried on collecting till 2013. I've got some 2013 comics, so is that the end of the book maybe? Did it finish? Did it not sell? So they sold it? So they cancelled it? Or let's have a look. It does not say. Oh, here we go. Issue 0. Witness the terrifying origin of Captain Atom. Oh, so that's did I not have that? No, yeah. Oh, right. Actually, it's the wrong way around then. So issue 0 is at the end of the run. Oh, that's really helpful. No, it's not. It's at the beginning. No, it is at the beginning of the run. Sorry. That's October 2012. That's November 2012. Okay, that's something to remember then. 0 is not the first one. That's going to be tricky. Because does that mean that this Flash Zero is not the first part then as well? I think it does. Yeah, it does. So let's end with that one. You can see this one's got crumpled up. As I said, I was really badly perched them on top of the wardrobe underneath my shelves, and a few of them actually fell down the back of the wardrobe and were being crunched up. Yeah, I was a bit down around that time, and I wasn't really paying due care and attention to anything much really, but there you go, such is life. I suppose doing these videos now is a new hobby for me, giving me something to do, so It's comes around again. I've got to try and get back into reading them again now. I'm like, I keep looking and go, I must read some comics, and I'm not really sort of quite there yet with the same enthusiasm of reading that I used to have. But I'm going to start, I've got to reread actually. I'm going to start to reread all my comics, and some of the newer old ones I'm buying. But yeah, I'm trying not to buy too many because I am not working at the moment, so I seriously do not want to be being foolish and spending my redundancy money on comic books. It's kind of why I stopped collecting. There's one of the reasons I stopped collecting them as well, because of the money involved. I still had my job at the time, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, number 10 is missing. That's annoying. I'll have to remember that when it comes to writing them down in the blog. Yeah, check out the blog if you're interested. I'll go into a little bit more information about the... see, that must have been a bit crumpled as well from where it's been poorly kept by myself. I'm not going to bother kicking myself about it because it's done now. There's no point crying over spilt milk and creased comics. That one's so creasy, it won't even stay up. Maybe what I'll try and do when I bung them in. I actually went out and bought some new comic boxes for them. They're hard to put together, comic boxes. I forgot how to do it. I kind of had a general idea how to do it, but it's a lot tougher than I remember to put a comic box together. But yeah, so I bought two. I've got this is about a box and a third worth of comics. A box and a third worth of comics. That's all. Yeah, I've got another one missing there. Number 15 is missing. So there's 16. It could be that they may be in the other box. Maybe I didn't sort them out properly. But they was all over the place basically. I sorted them all out. Vaguely into their titles, vaguely into order, and I'm wondering if some of them might still be on the shelves I've not looked through yet. But and then there's the Flash Zero, which doesn't start at the beginning of the run. It comes in November 12. Is that... No, that's not when... The Rebirth doesn't come in then. No, Rebirth comes a lot later, doesn't it? So I don't know why suddenly a new Zero came along and it wasn't at the beginning of the title. I've got no idea what the cause of that was. It wasn't any sort of countdown or anything as far as I'm aware. Right, so this is what makes me think there's some other comics hiding around somewhere, because this Batman Unseen, part 3 of 5, and I'm pretty sure I've got the whole of that. Batman Unseen 3 of 5, Batman Unseen 4 of 5, and I'm sure I had the whole run of that. And I can't seem to see it here at the moment, so I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's stored on one of the other shelves. But I had a quick look, because I was trying to put some of the ones from this set that was lying in the wrong place where they were supposed to have been, and where I hadn't got around to doing it years ago. And I didn't actually see these ones, so I don't know if they're around somewhere or if I imagined having them. I'm pretty sure I had them all though. Well, here's another one of those books that got creased. Batgirl number 14. I found some Batgirls on the shelf, but they seem to be from a different volume. So we've got 14, 15 and 16. And I'm not quite sure what the score is there, whether there's others in my collection, or maybe I didn't get them. Maybe I only got them when Death of the Family came out. It could be that, yeah, because they were Death of the Family tie-ins. That might be the only ones that I got from this volume, because they tied in with Death of the Family. That's a possibility. Okay, also lurking at the bottom of the shelves was an old volume of Batgirl, going back to 2008. Cassandra Cain Batgirl, the woman who was not taught to speak, but to sort of read actions. This is not a full run. This is a 6-parter. She's the daughter of is his name Cain, the assassin? I think his name's Cain. Can't remember now. Her name's Cassandra Cain, isn't it? But yeah, to start off with, she wasn't able to speak, because she's been taught just to sort of see the body movements of people and read their actions. It's a bit mucky on the corner there. Don't know what happened there. There you go. That's her dad, father versus daughter. I think his name was Cain, a Batman villain. Planet DC Annual 2000, Batgirl. Yeah, I think that Planet DC was a whole run of new characters invented. I can't remember any of the characters from that Planet DC run. I think I had a JSA one recently. I can't remember the name of the character was now, but she got killed off pretty soon afterwards. This is the long run of Cassandra Cain from 2000. So that's before the 6-parter that I was just looking at. Yeah, it's a whole 9 years before that. So this must run, and then they must have brought out another little 6-parter. Please help me not to die. It's a good cover. This one she meets Meta. Until now she didn't know what trouble was. Batgirl, her secret is horrifying. Is she worthy of the costume? She's got quite a lot of hair. You wouldn't think that would fit very well underneath the under the bat suit, would you? That would, speaking as a long-haired man, I know that having long hair is not conducive for that kind of high activity she gets up to. I can imagine it gets stuck underneath her unless she, I don't know, whatever. I've no idea. Batman appears to be ripping up the Batgirl costume. No more Batgirl! But here we have number 7. Her name is Shiva. She cannot be defeated. It will amuse her to destroy Batgirl. Well, she couldn't have been that amused, because here's Batgirl in number 9 and she's back in the costume. I get a feeling she beats Shiva, actually. I've got a strange feeling she actually beat her. Much to Shiva's surprise. 10. Oh, Batgirl defeated. And it looks like Batman dies. This issue, Batman dies, and that's Cassandra's dad, isn't it? Cassandra Cain, I think his name is. I can't remember now. And it looks like Gordon's been shot in this one. Officer Down. It's an Officer Down tie-in. 13. Batgirl busted. Looks like she's not going quietly. A Night Alone. And in this one, Joker appears to have got the better of the both of them. I don't think so. Oh, Batgirl's beating up somebody's daddy. Obviously a ne'er-do-well, but then her own father is a ne'er-do-well as well, isn't he? So that would probably resonate with her. She's definitely got daddy issues, old Batgirl, Cassandra Cain. I'm not sure what she's doing in the comics now, because I mean, I've not read them, say, properly for 5 years. But there's a new Batgirl now, isn't it? I'm not too sure it is. Is it back to being spoiler again? I read a Convergence book online about, and it was like there was 3 different Batgirls in it, I think. Which, yeah, confusing. Batgirl. Nobody dies tonight. That'd be some job, stopping everyone from dying. Here we go. Batgirl spoiled. Spoiler would be no match for Batgirl. Her fighting skills are nowhere near on par with a woman who's been trained from a child. Joker last laugh. He who laughs last laughs longest. But I don't think he had the last laugh. Right, Batgirl, crunch time. It's a strange cover. Looks, I suppose there's supposed to be smoke that's forming the Batgirl emblem there. Yeah, it is. You see the little chimney there. The smoke's coming out to form the Batgirl logo. Maybe it's a variant or something, I'm not sure. Maybe all the covers like that month, I'm not too sure. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Spider-Man webbing, actually, looking at that Batgirl smoke. And then Bruce Wayne, murderer? Surely not. Say it isn't so. Try and remember the name of the woman he was supposed to have murdered. Is it Silver St. Cloud? Was that his girlfriend who was murdered and a bit blame was pinned on him? Oh, Batgirl is having some serious blinking costume malfunctions in that one. Oh dear. Alright, spoiler. I believe he's been, looking in very bad condition. Right, Bruce Wayne. Oh, it's Vesper Fairchild. Who's Silver St. Cloud then? That was another one of his lovers, wasn't it? Vesper Fairchild. I think Silver St. Cloud was from quite a way back, actually. Don't know why she jumped in my head. Who knows? Vesper Fairchild. That must be the woman he killed. The name rings a bell. Alright, number 28. Bruce Wayne Fugitive. That Nightwing there looks like a kid himself almost. It doesn't look like old enough to be Nightwing in that picture. Batgirl guest starring Green Arrow's Connor Hawke. Green Arrow's son. Just thinking, wasn't that Silver St. Cloud the woman who was killed by onomatopoeia in the widening Gaia? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm confusing things even more. Connor Hawke still in that one. And in this one, we came, we saw, we kicked your butt. It's always quite interesting in that Batgirl's costume. The stitching, very rough stitching effect around the face. And one is because Batman normally has his chin and mouth visible from his mask. I'm wondering if that was originally like the idea for her, but she said no, and she stitched on another piece to cover her mouth as well. I don't know. I wonder if there's something symbolic behind the reasoning of that face mask. You can see it better in this one. See, the stitching is always visible in the costume. Why not make it one piece? I don't remember everything ever being said about the reasoning for the stitching there. Making her look a bit like the Scarecrow. Someone's got a gun to her head. No eyes for the eye holes. There's another thing with her, isn't it? I forgot about that. But it's kind of, you can sort of get the idea of an expression. She looks surprised. You can see her mouth. Looks like her lips are pursed, like, oh, surprised. So better look at her face part sewn on and her black eyes. In fact, you can kind of see her mouth underneath the... it's like Batman's white eye slits when they kind of show expression as well. Spider-Man, actually. Spider-Man does it even more, doesn't he? With his eyes, white eyes on his costume. I'm sure he does. Presenting an all-new Batgirl. Bit of a bikini issue by the looks of it. Batgirl brings the pain. So I suppose this is the more modern comic. You actually got blood on the cover. Sure, the old school comics I read as a kid never had blood on the cover. When was blood first shown in a comic book? Was it allowed under the No, I suppose some of the covers wouldn't have, but I'm sure some of the old school ones did have blood. I remember when that Phoenix from the future, whatever it was, got gutted almost by, I don't know, somebody, and she spent the whole issue holding her stomach in. So there was blood. I don't think you would have seen it so prevalent on a front cover like that. The Doctor is insane. Number 43, Stranger in a Strange Land, from 2003. These were a good run, actually, these Batgirl books. I did enjoy these, actually. They were cool. Batgirl in a more traditional garb. But is this the same Batgirl? Is this Cassandra Cain, or is another Batgirl from another dimension crossed over or something, or an Elseworlds, or a dream sequence, or a flashback to another time? It could be a million things, couldn't it? It's a little advert sleeve there. Might as well be dead. Batman's looming over her there. Probably going to tell her off for something. The end of everything. There we are, Batgirl versus Batman. Extra sized issue number 50. Bit of a face-off. Because there was a big thing about, is Batgirl tougher than Batman? Has she got better instincts for pure battle than he has? I mean, she was trained to be an assassin, but I don't think she wanted to. I think she did kill when she was forced to by her father. But she wanted to, not be that person. She didn't want to be a murderer, even though her father taught her it was right and not to have a conscience about it. She could not do that. The New Adventures of Batgirl and Robin. There's a female Robin there. I don't remember her character at all. Is she the one who ends up being Batgirl now in the current books? Pardon me. There's Penguin in the background there. There's quite a few bird-related characters in comic books. Falcon, Penguin, Robin, Raven. I think when you think about it, there's no way you'd get a character called Robin nowadays. If he wasn't a Golden Age character, no one would create a character called Robin, I'm sure. He's just the least tough sounding, it's not a very tough bird, is it? It doesn't feel like it's a little cute thing with a red breast that, you picture on Christmas cards. It's like having a new character now and calling it Wren or something like that, or Chaffinch. Yeah, I just don't think it would happen. I hope you didn't want that arm, Fug, because that arm now belongs to Batgirl. And she'll deal with it whatever she wants, unless you do as you're told. Give her whatever information she's after. Alright. So we had the War Games tie-in, then we got a part 2 of a story called Fresh Blood. I don't know what that crosses over from. Part 2 of 4, and then we have part 4 of 4. With Robin and Batgirl teeing off against each other. So is it a crossover between the Batgirl and the Robin books? Well, there you go. That bird, that fiendish bird. Penguin sticks his beak in again. Right, getting towards the end of this Batgirl run. Rapid fire. Oopsie daisy. Beyond the realms of death. Is that Spoiler reaching out to help Batgirl? Is that Batgirl that's beyond the realms of death there? Number 63 we have Sex and Fugs and Rock and Roll. It's a cool Batgirl logo there, I like that logo. The red writing over the black costume background. Oh, Batgirl versus the Blade of the Ravager. She's Deathstroke's daughter, isn't she? Rose Wilson? No, is it Wilson? No, it's Slade. He's Slade Wilson, isn't he? And isn't Deadpool Wade Wilson? I can't remember now. Slade. I think it's Slade Wilson. I think she's Rose Wilson. Anyway. What does she become? What is she changing? No, she's still Ravager later on in the Teen Titans. I can't remember now. There's a couple of little It's got a blue background with red trim. Yeah, it's nice little different colours on that background. Queasy Rider. See, number 66, and it's done like, I'm assuming that's the Route 66 sort of signpost from the well-known highway in America. 67. High Flying with the Birds of Prey. There is no justice in the League of Assassins. Quick Freeze, Slow Death. Ah, the resurrection of Mrs. Freeze. That's what Mr. Freeze was always trying to do, wasn't it? I dare say it didn't come off successfully. Alright, Night of the Hunters. Blood Brother. And then the end, number 73, the end of Batgirl. Here lies Cassandra Cain, R.I.P. Dun dun dun! Right, that's the third of the box done. Now we've got a whole box more to go. It's going to be a long old video as per usual with me, but yeah, it's just needs must really. I've got so many comics to go through. It's going to be yonks before I actually manage to get through them all. But yeah, Dead Man now. From the New 52, The Final Fate of Boston Brand. These are from 2012. I'm not too sure when the New 52 launched. Was it 2011 the New 52 launched? I'll have to try and write up about it in the blog if I can remember. Oh, we've got a curved corner there on the cover. It's a shame. I think this is not where Dead Man came to life for a while. Was he not alive for a bit and doing the White Lantern stuff, or did that come after this? But there he's having a little dust up with his deity that he's supposed to worship. Ramakrishna or something, I don't think the name is. Anyway. Right, Night Master, Monsters of Rock. That's a proper heavy metal logo, that is, as well. I don't know what brought that on. It's a one-shot. Obviously, he's a member of Shadow Pact, is it? I don't think he went on to be in Justice League Dark. But, I mean, isn't Justice League Dark kind of like the follow-on from Shadow Pact, effectively? Yeah, I suppose, I'm not sure if they're both running. I don't think Shadow Pact is going anymore, but it's the same kind of tone, isn't it? But the Justice League Dark, I think, is more of the heavy hitters of the DC universe. Mystical, magical users. Whereas Shadow Pact is more of the, lesser-known characters, the B-listers almost. That comic isn't upside down. The picture is upside down. I Vampire. I don't know why I got some I Vampires. I've only got 7 and 8. I get the feeling they must have crossed over. So you guest star in Justice League Dark. So maybe they had a little crossover run at some point. I can't say I Vampire would really be a book that I was that interested in. I don't know what was going on there. I Vampire. It seems like it should be a Vertigo title, doesn't it? But it wasn't. Anyway, they must have crossed over. Right, then we've got some Brightest Day Aftermath, The Search for Swamp Thing, 1 of 3. There's John Constantine at the front there. That's when they brought him back into the main DC world in his own Hellblazer book for God knows how many years. 15 years, was it? I'm not sure how long it was. 20 years? For a good long time he was doing his own book, and it's, more of an adult themed, serious, magic-y kind of thing. And then he's, with the New 52, he sort of joined in with the rest of the DC universe. He didn't quite go as far as wearing a costume. He didn't quite go as far as having tights with a pair of underpants on the outside. But yeah, he joined in the superhero realm of DC Comics rather than the underground, dark, mystical magic comics that he was doing. Right, Flashpoint. I've only got number 4 there and number 5. So I'm assuming Do you know what? I know I've got a pile of Flash comics on the shelf, so it could be the other ones are on there actually. I should have gone through that to see if I can find it, but that's a really big pile of comics. I think it's actually up next week. I think I'll be going through my Flash stack. That'd be quite fun if you like Flash. Right, Green Lantern New Guardians, and this is Zero. So I thought Zero was going to be the beginning of the run, but apparently it's not, as I've just found out looking at the more modern Flash run that I had and the Captain Atom run. Let's have a look. That one's, yeah, that's November 2012. This is November 2011, so this is a whole year afterwards. Let's just keep that to the side so I can try and stick it in order. Green Lantern New Guardians. Does that involve one of the different spectrum of the rings? I think it does, looking at that front cover. Because the original, I think, New Guardians, wasn't that to do with Millennium? They were trying to find a group of heroes for Earth. I'm sure they were called the Guardians for a while. It's a big crossover event, and they created this new group called the Guardians, who ended up just being like, I don't know, killed off or something within 5 minutes, I think. That's always annoying when they do a major event that they want you to, you know, put your time and thought and emotion into, and then they just completely forget about it 5 months, you know, less than 5 minutes later, let alone 5 months. You look at the Bloodlines heroes, they've all gone. Yeah, various other events, I'm sure, where they've introduced new characters, like DC Universe that I looked at a second ago with the what book was that? It was a Batgirl book, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't even recognise that character at all, if she's still being used. Hunting the last of the Yellow Lanterns. And then the New Guardians invaded by the Reach. Of course, they're responsible for Blue Beetle. Move the camera back a little. Die, Blue Lantern, die! Now, is that our Blue Beetle from Earth doing that, or is it another Blue Beetle? I think it's another Blue Beetle, because our Blue Beetle on Earth hasn't got big fangs like that. But being a Blue Lantern, he won't give up hope, for he is hope. And then we have the Wrath of Larfleeze, the Avarice Lantern. Should be the Greed of Larfleeze, but there you go. The Great Lie Exposed. Right, is that October? Yeah, October 2012, so now I can bung that 0 in there now. So that'll be in somewhat of an order when I come to writing them down in the blog. 13. Rise of the Third Army. Larfleeze looks like he's joined them. I must have promised something to him to make him join them, mustn't they? Meet the newish Yellow Lantern, Kyle Rayner. He seems to still be a Green Lantern there. Is that when he was going along and trying to get the powers of all the different lanterns at one point? I'm sure there was a time when that happened. So I can't remember what the Third Army is. Is this the Third Army here? Are they yeah. I know it was the Alpha Lanterns, who were kind of like a mix between Green Lanterns and Manhunters, weren't they? Anyway, I think is that 2013, March 2013. That must have been when I stopped collecting. March 2013. Right, now we have War of the Green Lanterns Aftermath. It's a 2-parter. Casualties of War. Okay, this... War of the Green Lanterns, number 67. I got a feeling this should be on my shelf. I think I've gone through a pile of Green Lanterns already before. I'm probably going to have to find where they are and bung that in with it. That was, yeah, they were sitting on the bottom underneath my shelves, not sorted out for years, 5 years. Blimey, I have been lazy or depressed. Read it how you will. Let's put that away. Put that aside. Right, Green Lantern Emerald Warriors number 7. Green Lantern Emerald Warriors number 12. I reckon they're probably on another shelf as well somewhere. I'll have to look through my old blogs to see if I've already found those books somewhere, and then see if I can locate them again so I can pop those in with them. Alright. Now I've got Green Lantern Corps. And the new 52. One. Nice cover. to... That's not a nice cover. I mean, it's a well-drawn cover, but what it's depicting is not nice. Some Green Lanterns pierced through the chest. Beware the Ring Slayers. They must be the guys who killed those Green Lanterns on that last cover. They were the ones that we saw in that other book about the Third Army, weren't they? They looked like it. War crimes. Is that John Stewart there getting... about to get dead? Enough is enough. Guy Gunn, I won't take up your rubbish. He won't take none of your crap. Lock and load. John Stewart killed the Green Lantern. What happens next? Oh dear. Why did he do that? That's not like you, John Stewart. The Alpha War starts here. What is that he is fighting? It doesn't look very nice. Alpha War continues. John Stewart wanted for murder. Well, he certainly did it. You saw him do it in the last cover. And those are the Alpha Lanterns after him. And then we have him guilty. And then we see him alone against the Alpha Lanterns. And they're advertising The Dark Knight Rises. Alright, the fall of a core. The Alpha Lantern. It's like a centaur Alpha Lantern fighting Guy Gardner. We've got a 0. I managed to put it in the right place. Bit creased, bit crimpled, that one. Not really crimpled, but a little bit of a bow in it. Hopefully when I put it in, stuff it in with the rest of the books, nice and tight, hopefully it will get its shape back or something. If not, tough. Serves me right for being lazy and not putting them away properly, doesn't it? Right, is this annual in the right place? No, this is March 2013. Let's just leave that out for a moment until we get to March 2013. Right, so... from 0 we go to 13, right? Rise of the Third Army. Did not... oh, no, yeah, because that one... oh, yeah, that annual's conclusion, right? So then we'll get... I'm sure Rise of the Third Army was kind of one of the other books I was looking at a second ago, wasn't it? And I still don't know. I still can't remember what the Third Army is. There's just a thing... another thing that probably got me towards the end as well is just like, there's one bloody crisis after another. It's like... it's always a massive ongoing crossover into everything crisis going on. I used to like the old books where one character would spend like a good, nice long run just dealing with little local problems. These world cosmic stuff gets a bit cheesy and boring after a while. I like the more, character, I don't know how you describe it, but just not crossing over every 5 minutes. Not having massive events every 2 seconds, but let's just one character going along, kicking butt when it needs to be kicked, but not necessarily crossing over every 5 minutes with another book, having his own little group of villains that he'd face, every couple of months kind of thing. I miss that kind of time. That's that new Green Lantern, Simon Baz, and I think that's the last one. That's March 2013, which I think is when I must have stopped. So I would have been introduced to him, but that would have been the end of it. I wouldn't have heard nothing more about him afterwards, because I say I wasn't collecting them. I believe there's a female Earth Lantern now as well. I'm not sure if they all represent Section 2814 or not. And there was that annual. So the Rise of the Third Army conclusion. So maybe after that one I thought, okay, that'd do me. I've concluded that story. Let's call it a day now on comics. Now, I don't know about these. I'm assuming... I know I've got loads of Teen Titans, but I haven't come across them on the shelves yet. I don't know, they've got to be somewhere. Maybe did I come across... did I have some... I can't remember now if I had them in one of my early videos or not. But that's Teen Titans 91. And I was normally collecting Teen Titans books, so I'm not sure where the other ones are. Then we have just Titans number 27. Got the feeling there is more of those, definitely some more of those elsewhere in my collection, but I haven't got a clue where. We got Teen Titans 15, crossing over with Death in the Family, with those Joker faces, not face masks, but literally his face going over the faces of other characters. Teen Titans 16, is that coming on from this 29? No, that's 91, so that must be an earlier one. Yeah, and this is the new logo as well, so this is the later one. Red Robin's Last Laugh. Okay, so these Secret Sixes, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be in one of the other long boxes that I did, or maybe it was one of the brown boxes I did right at the start of my looking through my videos. I'm going to have to... Oh, this is going to be so awkward. So 29, 32, 33, 34. Yeah, I definitely did find all these previously, the earlier runs, but I don't know how these managed not to get put in there, other than the fact I was being lazy and didn't bother sorting them out, obviously. 35... 36, and even some Green Lantern Corps that should have been sorted in with the others as well. Right, let's talk about John Stewart killed another Green Lantern and they do it again, but that's not the Green Lantern we saw him. Oh, I don't know. That seemed like it was a later book. Has he made a habit of killing Green Lanterns in the past then? I'm sure that was from an earlier. This is from an earlier run than the one we were looking at just now, or maybe it was a side book. I don't know. Goodbye Green Lantern Corps. So that must be the end of that run then. But that came before the New 52, I'm sure. So I think the New 52 must have been in October. In 2011. It must have been, and then I stopped collecting in 2013. Right, now we've got Green Lantern. This is the New 52 Green Lantern. Let me just look at the dates, yeah. I was going to start with 0, but it doesn't start with 0, does it? Right, so 1. Oh, hello, is Sinestro back to being a Green Lantern again? Seems so, and it looks like his first job is fighting his own Yellow Lanterns. Interesting. On the run from the Sinestro Corps. It's his own corps. That's right, because later on is it not being... led by that guy? Is he Arquilo? I can never remember. I get him confused with there's a few of these alien ones. His names are difficult to remember. No fear. Sinestro has just destroyed the yellow power lantern. And then he's teaming up with Hal Jordan against 1,000 fear lanterns. You'd think they'd have no chance, wouldn't you? At the mercy of Sinestro. So nice cover. Cool look on Sinestro's face. And here, can they survive the shocking secret of the Indigo Tribe? They were a new type of lantern, weren't they? They were one of the other spectrum of colours. Because blue is hope, isn't it? What does indigo represent? Can't remember. Compassion? I don't know. Powerless and on the run. Is that a change over from logos, or is that a little bit further? Yeah, from 6 to 7, new logo. Why didn't they put the new logo in right in the front, start of the New 52? That would have made more sense. Right, drowning in the madness of Black Hand. Indigo Rising. The Revenge of Black Hand. I can't remember now. Is the Black Lanterns in this period then? It looks like, because Black Hand's been spoken about, or is this after? Was the Black Lanterns in New 52, or was it before the New 52? I just can't remember now. Right, Green Lantern. The blackness reaches Earth. That would make it seem that it was the Black Lanterns, wouldn't it? I'm sure that was an earlier time. Right, then we have the 0 issue. And we have an annual. The Rise of the Third Army prologue. There's that Simon Baz. Looks like the Justice League of America are not greeting him with open arms, isn't it? February 2013. That's him. He's got Arabic tattoo on his arm, has he? He's an Arab. He's a Muslim character, I believe. And that's the March 2013. That's when I stopped buying my comics again. Once again, March 2013. That's when I stopped. Due to various reasons. Right. Sticking with those lanterns of all different shapes, creeds and colours. We have the red lanterns. The red lanterns of rage. 1, 2. Yes, that's, I don't know. Is that provocative? Is that sexy? Is that hideous? I don't know. You decide. To the victor goes the ring. Or is that how they decide who gets to be a red lantern? They throw one ring down and they make them fight for it, rather than for the ring searching out new potential wielders. Yeah, maybe it makes them fight to the death to be the one worthy of wielding the rage, the wrath of the Red Lantern. And here we have a little political debate, the battle to lead the Red Lanterns. I'm not sure whether Red Lanterns need a leader, because if they're just rage, you don't really sort of reason necessarily with rage, do you? Rage is the opposite of reason. Rage is the antithesis of reason, I would say. When you're so mad, crazy mad, that you don't care what you're doing for that split second, and you smack someone or kick something or break something in that pure moment of rage. And rage is nearly always followed by regret, isn't it? You do something stupid in a moment of rage, and then you're instantly going, oh damn, what did I do that for? What an idiot I am. But yeah, they don't have the idiot lanterns or the regret lanterns. The lantern of regret. Yeah man, I'm really sorry I did that. I didn't mean to. Bloodbath on Planet Rage. The Dead Lantern Corps. Stormwatch faces the rage of Atrocitus. Ambushed by Star Sapphire. It's not very loving, isn't it? Isn't Star Sapphire supposed to represent love? But it's really weird the Star Sapphire is representing love, because they've got the Predator who's like pure love, but love so deep that it sort of turns to madness and rage and killing. It was really weird, that whole Predator concept. That is a great looking character, the Predator. I just never get because the Predator now is the supposed to be the entity, the avatar of the Star Sapphire Lantern, isn't it? It's called the Predator, and it's supposed to represent love. That's love as an entity that hunts people and pounces on them and rips out their heart or something. I'm not quite sure. I'm not feeling the Predator as being to do with love. And I seem to have 2 copies of that. Every now and again you'll see I've got a copy missing. This time I've got 2. And then we have the Zero. Maybe I should put all my doubles to the side and start working at, selling them or making a giveaway for them or something. Giveaways seem to be quite a good way of getting people to subscribe and comment, or engage with the channel. I can certainly do some engagement on my comic videos, because most of them have just got like one person viewing them, and that's me. I look at them and they go, oh, this was had 4 views, and I'm like, oh, I'm sure I watched it more times than that. There you go. Bleeze returns. I wonder if Bleeze is a relative of Larfleeze. Or is it Larfleeze? I can't remember. Right, that's my Red Lanterns. Is that March 2013? Yeah, that's still all my Red Lanterns then. Stopped just over a year into the New 52 I stopped. Right, then we have a little 6-parter. Justice League of America and the 99. Yeah, I do not know the 99. What's that? Teshkil Comics? Teshkil Comics. interesting. Was that like an overseas comic company? Like, I don't know, is it like, I can't really see anything. Yeah, I'll have to look that up for the blog anyway. The 99. They've actually got 99 members, the 99. It would seem to make sense that they did. Teshkil Comics. It sounds like a foreign name. Teshkil. And it's, I wonder if it's an overseas comic company they've done a collaboration with. Versus Starro the Conqueror. See, this is the thing. $2.99, and that's them holding the line. That's expensive. You get a month's worth of books if you want to collect a few titles. That works out too much. And for the level of I wasn't feeling the level of entertainment anymore that I used to. There weren't the fun stories I read as a kid. You know, it was all people getting killed. It's hard to keep track of because there were so many bloody crossovers. But yeah. Right, got the Before Watchmen collection of books. Nice covers, nice bright covers. Ozymandias, number 1 of 6. Rather adult. Don't quote me on the pronunciation, because it could be Ozymandias. Ozymandias. I always said Ozymandias, I think. So this is before the Watchmen book. Of course, now they've moved on to post-Watchmen, haven't they? With Doomsday Clock, is it? Where Dr. Manhattan's come to the world of the DC universe, the normal universe. There's obviously Ozymandias with his octopus monster that he creates. Little 4-parter of the Silk Spectre. Whether it's the Golden Age Silk Spectre, as it looks like it is in the middle there, or whether it's her daughter. Here it looks like it's her daughter. Jupiter, whatever it is. Something Jupiter, her name is. Janie, is it? Oh, I can't remember. Some psychedelic happenings going on there. Yeah, far out, man. Silk Spectre is far out. Rated M for mature. Not quite sure how they decided how long to do them for. Why Ozymandias got a 6-parter, whereas Rorschach, I can never pronounce properly, Rorschach, I think, and he got a 4-parter. It was probably the most popular of the characters from the, simply because he's a complete nutter. Still don't think he was really given the run that he could have got. I reckon they should have done an ongoing book with him, like in the style of a Punisher war journal kind of thing. When he had the journal for a start, I think it'd have been quite cool just to see him breaking bones across the world of Watchmen. There's Moloch, the villain, or one of the ex-villains from Watchmen, obviously during his villain days. Yeah, Rorschach, like a mixture of Punisher War Journal and Sandman Mystery Theatre. That I would pay to read, definitely. And there's a 1-parter of Dollar Bill. Of course, he died, didn't he? He got shot when his cape got caught in the revolving door of the bank that he was the guardian of. Night Owl, 4-parter. Little team up there with Rorschach. And I don't know if this scenes in the comic book, but that's the lady, the villainess, isn't it? That wanted to hook up with him, offered to hook up with him, and he was thinking about her when he managed to finally get excited enough to have a dalliance with Sally Jupiter. Is it Sally, or I don't know, I can't remember which one was the mother, which one was the daughter. But yeah. You probably know better what I'm talking about than I do. Right, 6-parter of the Minutemen, which is like the golden age kind of team of the Watchmen universe. The original Night Owl was in there. Comedian as a young man was in there for a while before he got kicked out for his behaviour, his despicable behaviour. Is that, I can't remember this one's name, is she Silhouette? Something like that. She's the one who was a lesbian, I think, and got killed with her girlfriend after getting thrown out of the Minutemen for something that the press exposed it or something. That's the flying a Mothman, something like that. Yeah, he ended up in a lunatic asylum, I believe. Oh, that's the original Silk Spectre. I think this one's Sally Jupiter. I think Sally Jupiter's the mum. This one, I think. Then what's the name of it? Is her daughter called Janie? Can't remember. But Jupiter's not the real surname. It's like Japuski-sek or something like that, like a Polish kind of name. Right, Dr. Manhattan. And there's he with the Silk Spectre. For they were lovers for a long while. There's Dr. Manhattan done in a kind of pulp magazine, mysteries from space kind of deal. There's him at ground zero of a nuclear bomb, just casually looking at the pretty lights, but it doesn't affect him none. Okay. Is that when she tried to shoot Ozymandias and he caught the bullet? Alright, another fairly popular character in Watchmen, even though he doesn't last long in the book, other than in flashbacks. Comedian. Some good covers, I've got to say that for it. All pretty good covers. This one's pretty dark. Okay. Okay, some Justice Society of America books that I think probably should be on another shelf somewhere. 53, 54. I'm pretty sure I went through these in an early video, but these were just sitting on the bottom of my chest of drawers, on top of my chest of drawers, underneath the shelves, rather than them being in the correct place where they should have been. Obviously I was too lazy, whatever, to put them away at that point. Alright, so this is a couple of pre-52 books that should have been, say, sorted out. Right, Earth 2. No, I won't start with 0, because that probably won't be the first one, will it? No, like I thought it would. No. Oh, July. Right, okay. Earth 2. Number 1. I think that's the one. The only thing I remember about this is this the one where Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, is gay? Because it's an alternate timeline where you know, things aren't the same basically. That's the only bit I can remember about it that was different. Can't remember who his boyfriend was in whether he was a superhero or just a normal guy. It wasn't a bad story though. There's an alternate word, Hawk Girl. The Green Lantern versus the Death God Grundy. Solomon Grundy reimagined, I suppose he was He couldn't die, could he? He could keep coming back to life again, keep resurrecting. So maybe he's a death god. You can see Flash as well, looks different. So it's alternate world, alternate reality. Hawk Girl's sporting a gun there. The Fury of Steppenwolf. Is that Wonder Woman? Is Wonder Woman from Apocalypse in this Earth too? Gone in a flash. That's April. Oh. Okay, so November 2012. Let's go. I seem to have jumped ahead a bit. There's November 2012 because there's January 2013. Right, so November 2012. No, October 2012, then Zero. Zero comes in then, just to be confusing. 7, 8. So that's March 2013. This one's April 2013. So this is towards the end of the. I thought March 2013 was when I last bought, but obviously there's a couple of cover dated April ones as well. Right, Death of the Family, Suicide Squad. I probably just got that because it was crossing over with my other titles. Some free comic book day preview, I suppose. The New 52. Another freebie. DC Comics, the New 52 #1, free. Audacious, the New York Times. Epic, USA Today. Yeah. A couple of random Storm watches bunged in my pile. Probably by accident because I didn't collect it. Maybe it crossed over with a story. Doesn't seem to say so from the cover. But I've got Stormwatch #3 and Stormwatch #7. I think Stormwatch is one of those books that I never ever collected. Even like, what do you call it, trade paperbacks or anything. Aren't they from the same world as Authority and stuff like that? But that universe was bought out. Was it Wildstorm universe? Wasn't that bought by DC and they started, yeah, something like that. And then we got #1 of Red Hood and the Outlaws. November 2011, but I haven't seen any others. I'm sure I can't remember if I was collecting them or not. I think I would have done, but maybe I didn't. Right, then we got some Justice League Dark. Let's see if I can put this 0 in the right place. Right, right, Justice League Dark #1. So we got Deadman, Zatanna, John Constantine. Is that Madame Xanadu? Is that the Enchantress at the back there? Green eyes? I don't know who the guy on the right is. Deadman, Constantine, Zatanna. Are they enough against the rising dark forces? Deadman battles for the soul of a witch. But at what cost? Oh, it's Shade the Changing Man, I think. That must have been the guy from the front cover of the first one that I wasn't able to identify. Shade the Changing Man. I think that's his name. Or no, it could be Kid Eternity. It could be Kid Eternity who can take on the like skills of anyone from history. It could be him. Can't remember what Shade the Changing Man did, to be honest. What his powers were. He's a bit of a weird character, Shade the Changing Man. Right, Rise of the Vampires against the Evil of Cain. Right, maybe that's to do with that I, Vampire book that I had a look. I saw a couple of earlier on. Justice League Dark. New members, new threats. Is that a vampire in their ranks? Is that a guy from I, Vampire, maybe? And that's a Black Orchid, I believe. I'm not sure what the green thing at the top there is. Dare they enter the House of Mystery? Yeah, I'm looking for work as a voiceover artist. If anyone in the industry can assist me, probably by just assisting me by telling me to give that up because I've got no chance. On the quest for ultimate power, Faust triumphant. There you go. Not sure who he's for. Oh, it's John Constantine, but he's wearing a bit of armour and he's got like a Caduceus. Is that the name of those staffs? Caduceus? The two snakes. It's like a medical symbol. Historical medical symbol. Justice League Dark Zero. Naughty John is burning a hole in the cover. Oh, and then we have an annual. The Books of Magic in the Hands of Nick Necro. Armageddon is here, number 13. Prisoners of the House of Mystery. So you've got House of Mystery, a House of Secrets, and I know we've got Baron Winter's house, Winter Helm or something like that. That's got some magical inherent in it as well, hasn't it? All magic users will be executed. Immortal no more. Is that who is that? I can't really tell. It's not Madame Xanadu, is it? Is it Madame Xanadu maybe? Anyway, that's March 2013. That's where I stopped collecting. So I don't know what happened. That used to really bug me. I had to know what happened back in the day, but yeah, I kind of gave up caring. Right, now I've got some challenges of the unknown, starting with number 6. I don't remember if I collected the others. Why would I start at number 6? When it's 5 years later, so it's a bit of a mystery. These aren't the original challenges of the unknown. This is another, one of the many times they recreated the characters, I think. I don't think it is anyway. I know there wasn't a black guy in the original team, but he could have replaced another member, or it could be an additional new member perhaps to the original challenges. Can't say I recall. But that's all I've got of those. Just 3 challenges of the unknown. Going up to June 2012. I don't know if that was the end of the run. I don't know why I suddenly had 3. I think I would have complained. You'll think I would have complained to the comic shop. They were giving me comics I didn't want, but whatever. Right, New 52 Zero DC Universe Presents. Is that October? Is that November? Yeah. So that the Zero month was in 2012. It wasn't the start of the New 52. It seems. So I've no idea what the reasoning behind anything that comic book companies do. I've got no idea what the reasoning behind it is. Right, I've got some Justice League International. Beware the Signalman. Finch, the artist there apparently. Nice use of light and dark. At the mercy of Paraxus. Get the feeling they're running out of names there. Bung a few X's in, it'd be fine. Last Stand. After triumph, there will come tragedy. Rocket Red, Ice, Fire, August General, something or other, in Iron, isn't it? Vixen, Guy Gardner, what's that? Godiva. Is the name Godiva? I think it is. It's named after the Coventry Lady Godiva who rode on her horse naked, just her hair to cover her dignity. I don't think that actually happened, but I don't know what that story is all about. Batwing joins Justice League International. When I think of Batwing, I can only think of, you cannot hurt me, my wings are like a shield of steel. Wasn't that Batwing from the old cartoons? Powerless in the grip of breakdown. Oh, look at that. It's looking, Guy Gardner's seen better days. Even Omax being affected by it. And Booster Gold. It's turning into Booster Grey, as in Olden Grey. Someone's going in a hole in the ground. Who is that by the statue? Is it Rocket Red maybe? No, it's different armour if it is. Can't really say I recognise the suit. And then we have Justice League and International #1. Annual #1, should I say. Doesn't seem to be the Zero. Seems to be missing. Right, Justice League. Of the New 52. 1, 2. Batman's getting his butt handed to him by Superman, as you'd expect, even with the help of Green Lantern. It's not looking good. Yeah, okay. Arthur Curry's not looking too pleased with Hal Jordan there. And the clutches of Darkseid. Is Batman trying to get up, or is he being forced to his knees? Is he trying to force himself to stand? Starting this issue, Shazam! Is this where they introduced the story of Shazam being like adopted and having like a half brother, or not a step? I don't know. What is it? A foster brother. That's it. It'd be a foster brother, which is kind of looks like it's the story that's being used in the Shazam movie that's coming up, where I think one of them was on crutches. Yeah, and then they find the power. Yeah, I can't remember now. I forget the thing that might be where. I wonder if that will make these worth more. Maybe when the film actually comes out, because I'm pretty sure it's kind of based on the story. If it is these ones, I think it probably is, because I don't remember collecting an awful lot of Shazam at all in the past, but I do remember there being a Shazam story at one point running in a book, and it's probably that one. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then? I wonder if Lois Lane knows about this, but I'm not sure if this is with the New 52. It was new stories, wasn't it? The old continuity was gone, so I think maybe both of them were single. They weren't. Yeah, I don't think Lois Lane was around. She was around, but not as a love interest or as a wife to Superman. I don't believe when the New 52 restarted. Right, there's Shazam breaking out the cover. The cheetah strikes. That seems to be the last one of those I have. January 2013. Why have I only got to January 2013, not March 2013 like I have with the other books? I don't know. I've got some Brightest Day, 0. Bro, I'm not sure what I've done with my order here. There's some more Brightest Days somewhere, I'm not sure. We've got a Green Arrow thrown in because it's a Brightest Day crossover. Brightest Day Atom Special. Untold Tales of Blackest Night. And then we got Brightest Day 1. Oh, so these are the Brightest Day books. I don't know why I've got those other ones in there, other than the fact maybe because they were Brightest Day crossovers, and I thought, well, I was going to put them. It didn't belong in any other kind of books I were collecting pile. So I bunged them in with the Brightest Day run. Why have they returned? Were they all dead and brought back to life or something? I think that's possible. Black Lantern Firestorm. Hulk World revealed. Quite a big creative team. Johns, Tomasi, Race, Syaf and Prado. Or Prado. Those eyes really burn, don't they, on that cover? Pretty cool. Will Dead Man wield the White Lantern? Hawkgirl Unleashed. Forest Fire. Surely Green Arrow doesn't think he's gonna get in anywhere fighting Martian Manhunter. It looks like he's been shooting him. Aqualad, friend, foe, or something more. Obviously a new Aqualad, I'm not sure what his story is. Return of the Black Lanterns. These are all the characters that we saw returned as alive, that they then turn back into dead again. Deathstorm returns. Isn't that the Black Lantern version of Firestorm then? Love Lost. White Lantern Batman. Whatever happened to the Manhunter from Mars? Did he become a Green Lantern? Strange cover. Aquaman versus Aqualad. I'm not too sure who this Aqualad is. Oh, he's not Black Manta's son, is he? Maybe. Not too sure. He's none of the previous children of Aquaman or Tempest or anything like that. Brightest Day 17. It's a cool cover. Very minimalist. Same with that one. Aqua War. Hello. Looks like Aquaman's lost his hand again. Really needs to be more careful. World on Fire. Not good for Martian Manhunter because he does not like fire. Firestorm versus the Anti-Monitor. The Anti-Monitor, when you think about it, it's a very silly name. The 4 elements. So Hawkgirl represents the air, Aquaman the water, Martian Manhunter represents the earth, or stone, earth I suppose, and Firestorm is of course fire. And then we have number 24 of Brightest Day. And it looks like Swamp Thing is one of the White Lanterns. That kind of makes a bit of sense, and he's in control of the green and that kind of thing. Right, I've got Batman and the New 52. Oh, number 3 is missing. Is that the Court of Owls? I think it was. It's the owl assassin, isn't it? Can't remember what his name is. Go through them fairly quick. This video is long enough as it is. Night of the Owls. Then we seem to have a rather creased up or curled up Batman annual. And is that also time for... Oh no, a little bit later. I've got this 0 here that I will try to work out where to put it in. Number 10. Number 11. The epic finale of the Court of Owls. 12, then we come in with a 0. And there we go. Then I thought I had 2 of these actually. I remember it's another one. Got another one of those Batman Death of the Family. Batman 13, another one of those Joker faces, torn off faces, not a face mask, literally his face as a mask. Number 15 is missing. Go straight to 16. So annoying. Looks like he's wearing half of Robin's costume there. That's not good. $17. Yeah, I think I was losing interest. So I remember like the whole Joker face being torn off and him wearing it. I just thought that was ridiculous, to be honest. I just thought, yeah, right, he's mad, but bloody hell, that face is just going to rot and it's not going to be able to be sewn back on again or anything. He's just going to be and surely you'd be in immense pain if you are mad. I don't know. I just found it to be unpleasing. Is that even a word? Unpleasing. Yeah, that's the last one of the Batman. I stopped after that. Did I even read the whole arc? I'm not sure if I did, but I stopped. That's April 2013 when I stopped. Right, these Batman Detective Comics are in the wrong place. They should have been on the first shelf that I did ages ago, but obviously I didn't bother sorting them out. October 2011. Is that the last one before the new 52 kicks in? I think it is. Yeah, because then we got... That annoyed me. They stopped the 881. They stopped the longest running comic ever, Batman Detective Comics. They decided to stop it and restart the numbers again. I was like, not to do that for. But yeah, they have restarted it again, haven't they? They relaunched it on the original numbers, which is I don't know, dumb if you ask me. But you know, what can I say? Nothing to do with me. I don't get to make decisions. Alright. Batman, Penguin, only one controls Gotham. Number 6. I was going to go through these a bit quicker, wasn't I? 7. 8. Oopsie daisy. 8. 9. Is that more owl, court of owl people, isn't it? 10. 11. 12. Then comes this 0, I believe. Still don't know why the zeros came in after, I don't know, a year of the new 52 suddenly went to 0 again. I know we had a 0 hour thing at one point, but I don't know. Right, there's an annual as well. Batman beaten by the Black Mask. The time of the Penguin is now. A bit of a creased up number 14. And here we have Batman Detective Comics 15, where I managed to get 2. I didn't want 2, I didn't ask for 2, but I got 2. This one's got a little bit of a crease there, so if I ever get around to selling it or giving it away as a prize or something, to try and get more people on my channel, then I'll give them the slightly creased one. Obviously, I'm not going to give them the good one now, am I? Come on. 16. Right, and that's it. I actually bought a couple of new books recently. Well, not new, but old books, but like for 50p each from Batman Detective Comics. And I was hoping, I didn't think I had them already, and I didn't. So they're only getting 50p each. So I've got a couple more that I must remember to put in here when it comes to it. Hawkman, the Savage Hawkman. I can't remember if it was Carter Hall or if he was a different person in this actually. Introducing the menace of Morpheus. Wow, that's another tongue twister. Death rules the skies. Different looking costume to Hawkman, the normal Hawkman. It's very similar, but the oomph metal maybe is looks a bit different. The design of the mask looks like solid. Doesn't look to have feathers like the old helm used to. Some rather vicious claws he's got on him as well. Haunted by a gentleman ghost. Gentleman ghost looks a bit different there. Looks like a steampunk gentleman ghost. Is that tentacles coming out of him? That's strange. It's an upgrade for the gentleman ghost there. Looks like the gentleman steampunk ghost or something. The Swarm of Death. At last, the winged warrior unleashed. Backed into a corner, thirsty for blood. Liefeld cover right there. Beware the horror of Saint Bastian. More Liefeld, is that? Yeah, more Liefeld. You can tell somehow by that character. He's definitely got a style, hasn't he? Some people don't like it. I don't mind it. Enter the killer known as Pike. And I think we must be on to the Zero one now. That's October 12, yeah. Then pops up Zero for no readily apparent reason. Part 1, Hawkman Wanted. Right, and that comes up to January 2013, and that's all the Hawkmen. Is that the end of the run? Maybe could have been the end of the run. I'm not sure. I only collected up to about March or April 2013, so maybe it finished. Right, and then we have Blue Beetle, number 1 of the New 52. Number 2. Still got so many books to go in this little run. Oh, number 3 is missing. Arrgh. Silverback Strikes. Is that an armoured gorilla? I did a little thing on Facebook about talking gorillas in DC Comics. I didn't remember Silverback. Heroes don't kill. When friend becomes foe. Let's stop reading them, just put them down. Something not going too well there. Looks like he's disintegrating. Green Lantern and the New Guardians. Guest star. Oh, Mr. Bones. Infinity Inc. Throwback, isn't it? Oh, Booster Gold. Is that Booster Gold? Mission, destroy Booster Gold. His costume looks a bit different. I wouldn't have known that was him, to be honest, if he didn't say. Blood Beetle is back. And he's going to bleed this world dry. And we have Zero. Someone called Sky Witness. And he's facing off against the Reach, who own the beetle that give him his powers. Blue Beetle, is this the end? Do, 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 do. Well, there's one afterwards, but it's the end for me because that's March 2013 when I stopped collecting comics. Right, here's the last of the Hellblazers. I went for the Hellblazers previously, and I knew there was missing ones, because I'm sure it went up to 300. But saying that, I don't think I've got up to 300 here. I think I've got ones missing still. 276, then 281, but maybe 277 to 280 are up on this shelf. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'll have to find that out. 281, 282. 283. It's increasing nudity from Hellblazer. I don't know what's going on here. Simon Beasley cover. I believe Biz is Beasley, isn't it? Oh, it's an annual. $287, $288, $289, yep, looks like he's had a bad night. $290, $291. Has he been resurrected as a door knocker? I don't know. Oh dear. It's a big bad wolf. $292, $293, $294. Eek. That's yeah, not looking good. $295. $296, $297, $298. Death and Cigarettes, Part 1. And I just got to check this one before I put it down. It's $299, and it's the last one I've got. I'm sure it went up to 300. Yeah. Bloody hell! The comic shop company never gave me the 300. Never gave me number 300. I don't have 300, which I think is the last one of that run. And I can't think of anywhere else it could be. So that's swear words. Swear words, swear words, swear words. Okay, carrying on with this. Got a couple of just the random Batwoman. I can't remember if I collected this Batwoman run. Obviously not. I don't seem to have many. Just 0 and number 7 I have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no other comics hiding anywhere else. So I obviously didn't bother collecting it. Oh, I don't know. Catwoman, this one I didn't collect either. I've only got one there, probably because of the Death of the Family crossover. Then there's a little, is it a one part or a two part? Joker's Asylum. Oh no, this is weird. Don't know what's going on there. Joker's Asylum, Two-Face, number 1. Really dirty as well. I thought that was on the cover, but that's on the comic. That can't be one of mine. I said, where did that go? Where did that come from? I don't understand that. That is just covered in dirt. And then there's weirdly a Futurama comic. Just, I have no idea where I got that from, but I have no idea how it got so dirty. Is it mould? I don't know. That's really weird. That is. I'm sure that this Two-Face, Joker's Asylum, comes as a set of like quite a few different stories. I'm wondering if I've got that thing elsewhere, and this is just like an extra one that came from somewhere. That's really horrible. That is. What's happened with that? It's not good. Right, here's some Batman Supermans that should have been on the pile when I did these before, but obviously I messed up and it wasn't on the pile. So there's just some random ones that need to be put back in the right place. A little two-parter called Batman Orphans. Doesn't ring a bell. What does he blinking recruit a bunch of kids to I don't know. Who knows? And then he gets beaten up by Robin. I don't know. Don't ask me what happened there. Couple of Hawk and Dove. I used to like Hawk and Dove. I mean, I just got an old, like, the first appearances of Hawk and Dove in a, like, trade paperback. And I had a couple of, there's an 80s, late 80s six-parter, plus an ongoing title. And I had those as well. So I don't know why I've only got 2 of these and then never bothered collecting any more. Batman Incorporated, just the first issue, that's all I got. Don't ask me why. Batman, Catwoman, Follow the Money, so one shot. Batman, Hidden Treasures. Bernie Wrightson, it's another one shot, I'm assuming. This is something someone gave me at work, a customer at work gave me this. The Batman Bat Book from the 60s TV show. That's a bit of fun. Right, then we got some Batman and Robin. 1. Looks like number 2 is missing. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to speed through this because my housemate has just come home and she's going to want to cook her dinner. And I'm taking up the space in the kitchen. So let's zip through these a little bit. 9, 10, 11. And then here comes the 0. 13. 14. Nice. Smile in the face of death. He's got Joker's gag teeth there, I'm assuming. And there's Joker's face. And Batman Robin 16. Madness runs in the family. Things are looking a bit dark there for Batman and Robin. Knight and Squire. 1. It's a 6-part of this one. They're the UK equivalent of Batman and Robin. 2, 3, 4. That It's Good to Be King and the King there. That's a bit of a... Isn't that the old History of the World Part 1, the old Mel Brooks film? He used to say it's good to be king, didn't he, in that one? Louis the 15th or whatever. 5. Is that a UK version of the Joker, or is it actually the Joker? And 6. Knight and Squire. Does the 78 go to Shoreditch? Nunhead, Healy, Harding, Holmes, Everett, Shoreditch. Well, Shoreditch and Nunhead both exist. Hanley, Hardy, Holmes, Everett. Are they writers or curators or something? But they're certainly not places in London anyway. This is factually inaccurate. I demand my money back. Just reading the places on the sign there in case you're wondering what I was going on about. Demon Knights, one of my favourite characters of all time, Etrigan. I've got him drawn on the sleeve of my heavy metal leather jacket, actually. I think I might have mentioned that before in a blog. Got Etrigan on one arm and Martial Law and Suicider on the other arm. Alright. The Secret Origin of the Shining Knight. Alright, this is number 5. It's had a bit of a bust up there. The corners all bent up. This must be one of the ones that was stored in the wrong, weren't properly stored basically, and I was being too lazy to sort them out. Some good covers. I don't think he rhymes in this one. I prefer it when Etrigan's being a rhyming demon. I can't remember if he rhymes in this one or not, but I always like to see him rhyming because he's just more amusing when he does. Behold the Undead King. Demon Knights in the Ruins of Camelot. Against the magic of Morgane Le Fay. This was Morgane or Morgana. Sometimes they say Morgana, don't they? Morgane. The power of Lucifer. Not the one from the TV show. Oh look, another power of Lucifer. Yeah, it's a double. I bung that in my doubles pile for a possible later sale or prize giving. Oh, I missed that. Putting 0 in. When did 0 go in? 0 should have gone in here. Should have been there 0. And then we have 13. And then we have 14. By their leader betrayed. But who is their leader? Is Etrigan? Has Etrigan betrayed them? Is that Randall Savage in the background there? I'm not too sure. But this is like a medieval story, this one. But it was quite interesting. But Jan 2013. So is that the end of it? Because I'm sure I carried on collecting until March. Not sure if that's the last of the Demon Knights or not. Let's have a look. Did Demon Knights end there? No, it didn't end there, so I don't know what happened to February and March. Right, the last comic in this blinking box and a third that I'm doing today, Batman Gotham Knights. I think I got the whole run of this. Started out, when's the year on this one? Can't see the year, it's probably there somewhere. 2000. March 2000. They keep moving the years around on these things. Batman Gotham Knights. Number 2 there at the back. Three. It's rather a powerful cover. Batman amongst a load of dying people. Is that guy at the back there dead as well? Or is he yeah. Something's gone terribly bad there. Gotham Knights 4. Don't know who this dude is. Looks like Batman's going to give him a smack now. Look at his hand. Look at Batman's hand there. Strange. Looks a bit weird. Is that the key, that guy? Is he called the key or the lock or something like that? That fella. It's like Oracle's having a flashback to the visit from the Joker that ended her ability to walk. She's got a letter in her hand, so whatever she's reading there is obviously taking her back to that time. Move the camera back a little bit so you can see the whole picture. In this issue, Batman Black and White. That became a book on its own right, didn't it? Batman Black and White at one point. Now, I can't believe that's Batman and Catwoman there, surely. Unless they're into some very kinky stuff. Hugo Strange. Looks like you can see a reflection of Batman burning in his glasses. Oh, some cool Brian Boland covers. Does do a good cover, that fella. There's Nightwing. It's interesting. Nightwing seems to be cast in the shadow of Batman. Unless Batman's somewhere else in the sky and the light, maybe Batman's flying off above him. Yeah, not very safe. I do have trouble believing the. I know you got to suspend your belief, but every time I see Batman and that jumping off buildings with just a bit of rope to propel themselves along with, I have to my disbelief goes into overdrive. I just can't get with all that, maybe because I'm so scared of heights, but all that swinging off of buildings from gargoyles and stuff like that, I just can't. Yeah, it's just like, no, does not compute. Well, I can believe a man can fly, but all this acrobatics off of rooftops is just, nah, not for me. Yeah, some more kinky weird stuff going on in this one, if you ask me. Yes, what is going on here? Very peculiar. Poison Ivy has Robin in her clutches. Drinking a beer. beer while I'm doing this. Lots of cool Boland covers. See, that's just not safe. Aquaman's just a strange look on his face there. I'd have to say, not my fault, or something like that. Is that the coin that's in Batman's Batcave, suddenly underwater? As Aquaman flooded the Batcave. So I can't remember the premise. It's called Gotham Knights, so I'm assuming it's about Batman and the Bat family. You know, they get the whole cast of characters that live in Gotham, maybe. Let's make this a bit more so. Let's put with the whole camera. Let's move that over instead. That's more central, isn't it? Yeah. Is that Batman firing in? Using a gun? Joker last laugh. What's that story about? I remember it. Is Joker dying or something? He didn't die, obviously. Scarecrow. Wondering if he's the cause of this scene we see here. Somebody obviously shot a Batman. Maybe his fear gas has made them think the Batman is a monster or something. It's an interesting cover. With the book logo made out like a advertising screen. Got a shadow of Batman there. Yeah, it's a good picture. Bruce Wayne, murderer. That was Vesper Fairchild, wasn't it? I was saying earlier on, I got the wrong name, didn't I? Yeah, and not a job that Alfred was looking forward to, I shouldn't think. Having to clear up the blood of somebody that he knew as a nice person. Vesper Fairchild, she the one who worked in the radio station, I think she did. Superman's looking like he's not approving of Batman's work here. He's almost like he's saying, stop it, Bruce, you've gone too far. Except he wouldn't call him Bruce because there's people listening to call him Batman, wouldn't he? Batman, Bruce Wayne fugitive. Seems to be a lot of dead around. There's a couple of dead people there, a trio of dead bodies, and here he's surrounded by a ton of them. Rather gruesome piece of work. Still with Boland. Does good stuff, man. Okay. Azrael, I'm assuming the Azrael Batman. I don't remember him wearing a red costume though. I remember it being more blue than red. I don't remember a red version. Gibbons, Dave Gibbons covered that one. I didn't think it was Boland. That was still Boland. We've got over to Gibbons. No, a British artist, I believe, isn't he? The one who did Watchmen. Back to Boland again. Looks like Bane's come to make a house call. And Alfred, Alfred's not appreciating the visitor. But it looks like we have a team up. Batman and Bane. Yeah, I think there's a backup story, is this Black and White, which eventually became its own book, Batman Black and White, didn't it? That's one heck of a scorpion there. Tattooed lady. Looks like the snakes are coming to life on her back. I know there's a couple of characters called the Tattooed Man in DC Comics. But Tattooed Lady is a new one on me. Wonder if that's what's happened in the last picture, the one with the scorpion. Whether his tattoo would come alive. Yeah, it looks like it's coming out of his body if you look at it properly. Seems to be sort of connected to his chest, so it looks like it's a skeleton, scorpion tattoo that's come to life on his chest. I wonder if that was the same guy dead in the corner there, but I think it's a different guy. Okay. Spoiler. Looks like she's not happy about something. Batman swooping in to say something or other to her. Huntress. Oh, it's a checkmate piece, isn't it? Oh no, that's to do with the checkmate team. Ooh. Yeah, I think there's a checkmate people there. I think there's a checkmate operatives. Huntress wrapped up in the American flag. And now the roles are reversed. Huntress is protecting Batman from checkmate. Kamajan, is that? Kamajian? Kamajian. Nice art. Like the way the red glows. Whatever's in that syringe really glows. The light effects are really cool now. Back to our man Brian. Brian Boland. It's an old school looking Batwoman now, or she's still Batgirl. I think she's Batgirl. Confused with Batgirl and Batwoman. Okay. Robin's looked better than that in the past, I've got to say. Is that a nightmare emerging from Batman's head? Hello? Man Batman, perhaps, maybe? I don't know who that guy is in the grey hood, but he's being visited by some Bat family terrors. Oracle, Batgirl, Batman, Robin, Nightwing have all been changed into malevolent creatures. Oh, looks like he's teaming up with Bane again. Is that a Cobra base? Is that emblem there stand for Cobra? Cobra. There's that Kamajian again. With another moody cover. You can see Bane in the sky there. His face mask made up with the lightning. Looking out over Batman. Him again, Kamajian. The end of Bane. And the next one, The Return of Hush. Different artist on the cover, I'm not sure who that is. Okay, Riddler and Joker. I'm not sure on the artist still. Batman teaming up with Ollie. Green Arrow. It's a creepy looking cover. Is that Boris Johnson there when he was a kid? I think it could be. War Games. Batman looks like he's been frozen. He's about to get shattered there. Grudge match. Hush and Batman. I didn't really like Hush. I mean, people talk about the arc as if it was really, really good. And I remember reading it and I was like, yeah, I'm not really even fussed about this Hush. And yeah, I just didn't think he was a very good character. Can't remember why he's got bandages over his face. I can't remember exactly what his grudge was against Bruce. Just a completely unmemorable character, really. Just another rich guy. I don't know why he's got the hate on for Bruce Wayne. I can't even remember. They grew up side by side, didn't they, as neighbours or something. I think he was a doctor as well, wasn't he? Sure he was a doctor as well. Oh, I don't know. Ivy's deadly touch. Is that Bruce she's got there, tangled up in her vines? Winner takes Ivy. Hush and Ivy all involved in something. Should be a side-on view, that one. It's a pretty cool cover. You might hear some noises, the cat eating its biscuit in the background. Villains United tie-in. Daughter of the Demon, is that Talia? She shot Prometheus there. Alfred suffering some flashbacks or some memories or something there. This is the very last batch of this whole video. If you've watched all of it, then I applaud you and thank you for your dedication. The truth about Alfred. Oh, is he Clayface? Is he a Clayface? It looks like he's a Clayface there. Batman versus Batman versus Batman versus Batman. Something tells me only one of them is a real Batman. It looks like maybe some Clayfacing going on with the other things. Memories lost and found. The Joker versus Hush, round 2. Ding ding. And doesn't Hush eventually cut off Joker's face? I can't remember who cut off Joker's face. Maybe it was something Joker wanted done, or I can't remember what the story was. I just remember seeing it and thinking it was stupid. Right, and the very last one, it all ends here. Number 74 from 2006. Yeah, that's the full run, I believe, of Batman Gotham Knights. Pretty cool book as far as I recall. Art by Bolan was all good on the covers. Story, I can't remember, to be honest. But I know that Hush I always found a bit tedious, to be honest. Hush was like, I'd rather watch one of the more classic villains rather than these new villains they keep bringing in to try and make the name for himself, I suppose, when these writers come in. Like Hush, he was like, yeah, whatever. Can't bother about him. And the Court of Owls, I was like, yeah, I'm not really. I think that maybe I was just getting a bit jaded by that time. Anyway, that's it. That's all my video for today. Cheers for watching, and subscribe if you like it. Leave a comment if you've got anything you want to say. If you want to disagree with any of my stupid statements, then go ahead in the comments.